Hey guys, so I don't know if you were here a couple weeks ago when I streamed, but I screwed something up and I managed to do it again. So if you're here, it means you were able to wade through whatever mess I made and get to the live stream, and thank you. Uh, if you're not here, I'm sorry, it's my fault, and you can't hear what I'm saying anyhow. Maybe you're watching this on replay, and in that case, I can apologize to you. But
If
yeah,
you're here, it's despite our best efforts to block you from being here.
I'm trying. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I had some issues with OBS, which is a software we stream through, where I could get my cameras to show up, and then when I hit go live, it said okay live, and it said finished. And I was like, but I didn't go yet. I can't be finished. So, uh,
Is that finished? I'm not finished.
so I'm gonna sit here and spin for a couple minutes while we get those other imposter streams shut down and get everybody over here. But yeah, I like Richard's idea on YouTube. If you're not here, raise your hand. So who wasn't able to make it today? Um, yeah, so thank you for getting here. Thank you for if you're hearing this, if you're hearing my voice and you're seeing what's going on right now, that means you made it despite my best efforts. And thank you, thank you for being here. Um, yeah, we got people coming in from all over the place. That's pretty sweet. A lot of people on LinkedIn this morning. That's or today. I shouldn't say this morning. It's morning somewhere that somebody's watching from. So
That part's true.
yeah. So yeah, introductions. Hey, I'm Aaron. Um, and I'm using my hold on. This is how I I didn't think I was frazzled. I thought I was really kind of on top of it today, but it's apparently not. Hold on, I'm gonna switch headsets
I
too.
like how 15 minutes ago we were just like, everything's working great. We're
I,
good.
that's don't say that out loud. Obviously, that's the problem.
Yeah, we brought this on ourselves.
All right, this feels a little better. Looks a little better. I don't have those big old cans on with that black cable trailing down my chest. Uh, much more professional. Hey guys, it's Friday. Welcome to SketchUp.
TGIF.
Wow. Uh, yeah, I learned something about 3 day or 4 day weeks, 3 day weekends, 4 day weeks. And the thing I learned is I want to roll into a 4 day week. Had Monday off here in the US. It was a holiday, so Tuesday was the first day of the week. And I want to come into that like just pumped up and I did all my energy from regular week is gonna be pure for 4 days instead of three. But I'm finding that there's just as much stuff to do in a 4 day week as there is in a 5 day week, but you have one less day to do
Yeah.
it. So
There, I always think of there's a scene in The Office, The American Office, where Michael Scott had all of his staff watching Entourage, and then his manager
entourage.
showed up. His manager showed up, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He says, "This makes them more productive." He's like, "How does this make them more productive?" He says, "They have less time to get the work done, so they go and they work harder." I'm like, "Yeah, I
Uh,
totally get that."
yeah, that's it's true. It's so true. So yeah, all that said, we'll give another minute or two to get people on the right stream. Oh man, I'm gonna get my
Well,
stream deck taken away from me because they're gonna be like, you can't push buttons, obviously. So
it looks like,
you're
at least
done.
from the other chat that I've been, the last thing I said was "go here," and everybody's coming here. So
All right.
I think we're good. You can probably start talking about stuff.
Okay. Let's let's talk about stuff. So first off, thanks for joining us. We, as is the way, we have people joining in from all over the place, all over the world. We got like, let's see here, Africa, Canada, Colombia, Slovakia, Pakistan, Poland, the country of New York City, um,
Colorado.
Alaska, Colorado. Yeah, we got some guys from Colorado. I can vouch for that. So yeah, that's this is better. This is better that we're here. Uh, it's awesome. We made it to Friday. Let's hang out together and model some stuff in SketchUp. Let's do
Yeah, these two look harder than they did those
this.
last ones. Hoping that there are all of the necessary measurements on this page.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, last time we modeled, or I modeled, we did we've called it machine part drawing, precision modeling, call it whatever you want. It was taking practice 3D CAD drawings and created them in SketchUp. So in this, we end up using a lot of precision dimensions. So stuff is exact to like a millimeter, fraction of a millimeter. And it's a good way to practice using SketchUp. You can find practice CAD drawings or practice machinery drawings all over the internet. There's no shortage of these files. One of the things that you should be conscious of if you go do these is because they're practice files and they're meant for students, there's oftentimes wrong information or missing information on these drawings. So when you get in there, don't necessarily expect everything to be perfect.
If you're lucky, you get both.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what's worse. Like something missing, I guess you can find and fill it in. Something's wrong, you got to figure out like who's lying to you. You know, who's tricking me right now?
Yeah, who to trust?
That's right. What drawing can you really trust? I'm going to point out that we have a severe lag today. I don't know why, but it looks like several minutes between what I'm saying and when I'm seeing it go live. So I don't know if hopefully that we don't have a lot of live interaction planned. We're going to kind of just stick to this and model. So yeah, if I seem to be ignoring you, it's because I got a good 2-3 minutes, it looks like, of what's the word I'm looking for? Lag, not lag. Latency.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we'll do is I will start a timer.
Okay.
And then we will say starting now. Wait, just a minute. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Don't start yet. Okay. I gotta have a timer thing here. What does my timer icon look like?
Oh boy.
Do you know what the timer icon looks like? Stopwatch.
Generally.
Okay.
Ready?
So ready? Set. Go.
I did. Oh, clap. Okay. Multiple claps is when we started. We'll see when that shows up in the stream. Okay.
Oh wait, no, I need people to comment as soon as they see it. That's who I care about.
Oh, tell me if you saw the clap.
Okay. I didn't have a plan. I don't have YouTube playing when you're on because otherwise it confuses me. There's two Aaron heads moving around.
We're making this all up.
Now there's
folks.
There's very minimal lag. It looks like.
Okay, that's good.
I think. Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, saw it.
So maybe it's just me. It's just me then.
Yeah, maybe it's just you. Maybe you're just slow.
Oh no, maybe about it.
All right.
We know what's going on there. Okay, so yeah, let's get some modeling. I'm going to so a couple things. I have a new keylogger. This is a different one. There's things I didn't like about the last one, so I'm trying something different. Left and right clicks do look the same, so it's just a little circle around the tip. But yeah, the keylogger's back on. I haven't used it for a while because I don't have an excuse because I didn't. So let's hop in here and do this thing. I'm going to start with importing the drawing that we want to use. So here on my desktop, I'm going to grab number 5 first, which is the wrench.
All right. That one looks easier. That one does not look easy, but it looks easier than the skillet. It's so weird to me that the skillet, like as you look at all the measurements on it, I'm just like that's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be something. Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna go. I've honestly been trying I don't know. This is my masochistic tendencies. But I have not gone and looked at it enough to know what it's gonna take to do it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
I'm gonna see if I can find one in higher resolution because I think that's gonna bite us in the butt later.
That's definitely possible. All right, so let's do this. Let's get this blowed up to the right size. So just how I normally do this, same as always, I'm going to draw a line somewhere on my drawing. So I'm going to use the biggest dimension possible. This one's 224. I'm going to draw this line across from here to here. I'm going to group these together, the image and the line. I'm going to go into that group and grab my tape measure and measure from here to here. And we call it 224 meters. you want to scale this group? Yes, I do. That's going to be hella way bigger. It's a technical term, I can say that. So there we go. This is now to scale. I do also want to come in here and go to Window, Model Info, grab my units, change that to decimal, and meters. So what we're going to do is we're going to model in meters as opposed to foot, inches, sixteenths, which is kind of that's my home. That's where I live, generally speaking. But we're gonna go with meters instead. We're doing meters instead of millimeters. All the measurements on here, I'm assuming, are actually in millimeters, but we're gonna model in meters because SketchUp was a tool that was created for architectural modeling, so modeling things like the size of buildings. So sometimes what can happen is I'm drawing really teeny tiny faces. SketchUp can struggle with that, creating that geometry. It can maintain it, so once I'm done with this, I could scale this back down by 1,000, and then yeah, get it to the right size. Yeah, I know wrench, spanner. There's words for this. What would you call this, Jody?
I would call it a wrench, but I like the word spanner mostly because I always think of Luke Skywalker having to go and like get a hydro spanner, or like the kind of the weird mashup of words they would use to create their tools.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hydro spanner. I don't even know what that is.
It's
sounds wet,
water. Sounds like a waterproof wrench.
Or maybe it's a wrench made out of water.
Yeah, pick one. All right. So yeah, you guys call what you want. I'm good with that either way. Let's start modeling this thing. So when I look at the dimensions, so this is how I would break this down. I feel like this has 3 pieces. We have a piece right here at the end, we have a piece right here at the end, and then we have this handle between the two. So my inclination would be to start modeling that way. Coming down here, right here, and that being the actual 224 span of this wrench, and then just coming in here, build this up, and then connect them with a 3rd piece. So I'm actually going to group these separately too. So we'll start down here. I'm going to start with a circle. Like last time, I wanted this to be a fairly high definition circle. So I'm going to go with like 48 sides. I'm going to come here. I'm going to pull that straight up.
No, do 1,000 sides, a 1,000-sided circle.
Oh man, stop. Just stop. We're not. I actually did a video that came out this week or last week that talked about arcs and how SketchUp breaks things like arcs or circles into segments so it's quick and easy to model with them. It should be noted that most 3D modelers do this, where they take the round surfaces and they break them into more simple geometry. Some don't. Things like NURBS modelers will go through and go smoothing stuff. Vector software a lot of times will save arc information. SketchUp doesn't. This is just how it works. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with a bigger circle of 48 sides. I choose 48 because it's divisible by 4, 6, 3, 2. So that means I can break it into more sections as I want. In this circle in particular, if you look at this circle, if I look right here, I have 1, 2.5. So 48 divisible by 2.5? Probably.
No, that's not 2.5. That's 3. You're going from peak to peak.
Oh yeah, 3. Yeah.
1,
2, 3. Yeah, so
3.
So it is divisible by 3. So that I'll be able to model that section once and then just copy it around 3 times. All right, the span here is 33. So
Spanner.
Spanner.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
No, you're right. Got me. The diameter is 33. So I have to draw half of that. Half of 30 is 15, plus 1.5 is 16.5. So I'm going to type 16.5, and there's our first circle. I'm going to draw another circle right here is 25. So half of 25. I know this one by memory is 12.5. Let that sink in. And then maybe I'll just come in here and get rid of these extra edges right now. Oop, not that one. I want that one. I need to see my drawing underneath, so I'm going to hit X to turn on X-ray. So that gave me this right here. So what I need to do now is I'm going to go ahead and break this into a quarter. And then I think I could actually, again, because I used 48, which is divisible by 3 sides, I actually have snap points right there. If I go out to there, check that out, I actually have that too.
Nice. So you only have to model 1/4 of this whole thing.
That's right. So my 25 was to this. So if I take this straight across like that, this straight across like that gets me both of those, the 2 different sides there. So actually I can take this now. Watch this. This is going to be fun. I'm going to take this and I'm going to rotate it Option here, 2x. I'm going to grab this one, rotate it from here, Option here, 2x. And with that, we got that geometry. And I'm not, this is not, I can't snap to any of this that I see on the screen. Just point that out. I can't actually snap to this. This is not a vector drawing. This is just some dumb lines. Stupid lines.
The little fat lines. Dave's over here asking why you're not just making a hexagon and rotating it. Because we're not you, Dave.
Yeah, that would work too. So what I could have done, I could have gone right here, and I could have gone to polygon, drawn a 6-sided hexagon, made sure that I was drawing to the outside like that, 12.5, and then taken that piece, grab that by the center, rotate this Option to here.
Yeah. And the advantage of this is that you know that it actually would work if you're trying to use a bolt with that size head.
Right. I guess I think the thing was I got excited by knowing that I could draw a line here and break that piece and then copy it. Yeah. I was like, hey, that's cool. Let me do that. But what I could do is I could check it, right? Because I could make this a group and I could grab it right here and see if everything lines up.
Boom. Bada bing, bada bang.
I've probably peaked right now. That's probably the best it's going to go, like, all night. So,
well, right now you're just recovering from all the mess up, the early mess ups.
Yeah.
So you're good. You're to a net zero now. You've climbed out of the hole. Andy pointed out you could have just done this, modeled 1/12 of this, and done it even that many more.
Also true. See, this is like why I like hanging out with you guys, is I get to learn as much as you do. In fact, it's intimidating to think that I'm the one teaching, so I appreciate it even more that somebody else chimes in. It's helpful for me. I'm going to do a thing real quick. I'm going to grab my image right here, and I'm going to go to tags. I'm going to create a new tag. I'm going to call this ref, and I'm going to assign this image to my ref layer because nice. I want to be able to quickly toggle this on and off. And to make it even easier to toggle on and off, I'm going to go to my scenes, and I'm going to create a new scene. Cancel. First, I'm going to expand this down, and all I want this to do is toggle the visible tags. I'm going to hit that one, create scene, and then I'm going to turn reference off and hit plus to create a scene again. That way, I can close all this up, and I can just real quickly tap between these two to turn that off. And then because the camera information is not saved, I can just real quickly do this no matter where my view is. Probably makes sense to rename this to ref on.
So it's come up now a couple of times, and you haven't even mentioned all those fancy icons at the top of your screen. I mean, everybody seems to be aware that they're part of 23.1, but
yes, they are. And I'm kind of, when you said it hasn't happened yet, I thought it was about this.
No, no, yeah, that hasn't happened either, though. Spanner.
I'm calling a wrench. I'm calling a wrench because at some point, if I come back looking for this model, I'm never going to remember to search for spanner.
I like that it's. I mean, it's a fairly ubiquitous word and phrase because I've heard both throwing a spanner in the works and also throwing a wrench in the works. So
That's true.
it means that both are they're acceptably synonymous.
Yeah.
Like synonyms or something.
Sounds good to me too. I like that. I like it. I like the plan. All right. This right here is 10 tall. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that, raise it up 10, triple click. Don't want these lines. And then make that its own group. All right. So that's step one. Now let's come down here and do the same thing here. So I'm going to start with a circle at the middle here. What do we got? We got 55 again.
Yeah, but that's oblong.
It is. And actually, it's not, what is this? 17 degrees off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line right here. I'm going to take that edge. I'm going to rotate it 17 degrees. Then when I draw my circle, I'm going to draw it along this line, as opposed to drawing it straight up. Because that way, when I go in and scale, hold on. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw this straight up first at, what is that? Half of 55 is 27.5.
Nice.
Just saying, no big deal. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to make it a group right now. The reason I'm making a group right now is because it's aligning. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to turn it that 17 degrees. There. Now my circle is turned 17 degrees. The reason I did that is at some point I'm going to come in here and I'm going to squish it. I'm going to deform it. And I want to deform it along the axis. So by grouping the circle at the very beginning, I ended up with something seems a little off still, but we'll figure it out. We'll work through it. But by turning it, now I know my axis. So if I come in here to scale it, so right now I come this way. See, it's going to scale in the direction that 17-degree offset right here. All right, let's turn on X-ray. I guess I should deform it now because it seems like the rest of these dimensions, this is cut afterwards. So
part of my head gets caught up on these trying to figure out like how they would actually machine it. But I guess as a designer, that's not your job to even care, huh?
Nope. This is not a real thing. This is a pretend thing.
Fake thing.
Fake. It's a fake thing. All right, so when I go to scale it right here, I want to scale about the middle. So hit the modifier key to scale end or middle. I want to scale about the middle. And I want to scale to a specific dimension. So I'm just going to type in the specific dimension, which is 50 meters. You do have to make sure to hit M. If you just type 50, it assumes 50 times. And that gets me right here. That, it's not quite lining up with the drawing, but I knew it wasn't going to line up with the drawing, right? That's why I said that at the beginning. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm going to draw a line right along the middle here. And from there, let's see, what else can we
got? Oh, Nick is wondering, since you're in 23.1, if you there's any case where you might be able to work snaps in to anything you're working on, just to sort of see it in action.
I haven't seen Tyson's video that comes out next week, so I don't know how to do that yet. That sounds great. I would love to, but no, I hadn't planned on it. And I'll be honest, I've used snaps once at this point. And it was not exhaustive. It was not, I did not work the heck out of it. It was pretty simple. So No, I had not planned to use snaps. We will absolutely have. In fact, I think Tyson was already talking about potentially throwing
Oh yeah,
snaps
yeah.
in here next week.
That was going to be a big theme for his next one.
All right, so I put this dimension in 12.5, so I cut this. This comes back to straight across 20, so I'm gonna draw a line at 20. I'm going to, oh, I'm in there. That's why. Come down here. So that's where I need to run it to. So I'm gonna grab, just kind of popping in and out of, there we go, that's 20 back. And now we have an arc that's 15. This is kind of a weird thing that they did. You can see right here, they have 15 measured from here, right? So it's just kind of an odd, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab all of this. Oh, I don't have to, I can just toggle off. I can just toggle it off. Come on, man. You just did that yourself. All right. So what I wanna do is I wanna figure out where a circle that's 15 would intersect my line. So I'm gonna draw a line way back here. I'm gonna draw a circle. I'm gonna come up the line, so I'm staying parallel to the line. I'm gonna put in 15. There we go. So I can drag that back. Actually, I should probably do this. Let's make it a group. There we go. I can drag it back here like this. See that? So I lapped it over here. Now I can come grab it by the intersection, take that intersection point back to here. And now I'm going to go Command X to cut it, go into context, edit, paste in place. And now I can explode it and get rid of my extra lines. And
See, if I didn't have the source image, I would say that's just perfect.
yeah, and that's one of the downsides. Like I said, we're copying over, but it's weird because look at where this dimension line comes in. So this is saying from here to
Yeah.
over
Oh,
here.
is it because there's like that little chamfer around the whole thing?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I still think I think we can, everything is cool. Everything's cool. Because what I can do here, I think I know what this is. I'm going to take this, make it a group. Because I'm thinking that, oh, let's come out of there. Let's come out of context. Get rid of that line I just made. Get rid of these extra lines. So what I think we're talking about here, so if I look at this is 27.5. But what's actually happening is that 27.5 should be right here. So that line is carrying past and saying add. It's a weird way to dimension this. So it's 5 not at the outside here, but actually over here. So what I think I can do, let's do this. We'll draw this up. This is the 27.5, which is half of 55. And we're going to take it over here. And we're going context. Oops. All right, so if I grab this right here, scale that about the middle. Where did my line go? Oh, and then I need to go, I need to take this line, rotate this 17 degrees, run that long, and there we go. That point right there is where this should scale to. So if I come in context here, I grab this whole edge around the outside, weld it real quick. Now I can scale it. I can grab it here, about the middle, come up to that point. Now we line up. What a weird way to dimension that. But I guess that's the point, right? This is because we're in school right now.
Keep everybody confused.
That's right. It did mess with my stuff here, so I'm gonna come in here to this edge right here. I'm gonna carry that long, carry this long, get rid of those two edges. Explode this back out. Yeah, I mean, this is, I guess, why you would be doing this is to figure out, to learn how to do this.
I do it the right way. Well, I will.
That was not the right way.
It's the wrong way. Eric is marveling that you're doing this drawing on top of your source image without changing your line color and able to actually do anything. He said he would have to change colors.
That is a great way to do it if you're doing something like this, is to come into your styles. I'm gonna save. I haven't saved for a while. Go to edit, and then all the same, change this to like maybe a bright red or something like that. Something you can see real well on top of those other edges. It is a nice way to do it. It is a nice way to be able to see those lines and differentiate the black from what you're actually working on. Especially when you go into X-ray, because when you go into X-ray, your lines get lighter anyhow. So good call, Eric. All right, so that gets me this. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up 10 also, just like this one over here was. And I know I have a little bit of, because I broke up so many lines here. I'm just gonna come in here and do some quick cleanup. And there we go. With that, we have the head, the other head. Now, one more piece.
The box end.
That's right. Yeah, you guys know. I'd imagine we would often refer to this as a crescent wrench, and this seems like that would be indication of this end because it's crescenty.
What's this? Yeah, it's curious because Crescent is the brand. I think is where that all came from, though. Because I always referred to a monkey wrench as a crescent wrench. Monkey wrench being a
funner thing to say.
Adjustable spanner.
Oh. Yeah, makes sense.
I guess that's we all, that's the whole stereotype, right? Is you're there out there working on the car with your dad, and he's telling you to get some tool and you don't know what it's called. I think this is probably, it's like a big ploy for dads to get mad at their child by having different names for all these tools. You never know which one they're saying. What's spanner? Is this a spanner or a wrench? I don't know.
Exactly. I'm throw these guys on a level or on a tag. I almost said the other L word. I said level. I made up a new word for tags. Let's keep us all on our toes. Parts.
You don't have to put anything in it. You don't have to put any money in the tag jar.
I didn't do it.
You make up words, so
didn't do it. All right, so there's some weird stuff happening. What we got to do is we got to make this, basically it's a rectangle that then rounds out on both ends and kind of blends into these other sides. So I don't see a purpose of making more than half here. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn things from you all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these lines, draw one brand new line that goes one end to the other, like that. And then I'm going to draw it as one half, and then I'll just copy it over. So right here, this whole thing is 20. So I'm going to draw a line down 10. That's going to give me the bulk of my handle. Turn my X-ray back on. Drawing with those pink lines on top. See? You can see those good. They're
Like
popping.
that. You can see where it's all at.
Now.
And it's like flashing back to the Barbie episode.
It hurts. It still hurts.
At least I didn't mention that one cathedral in wherever.
You know,
that
all
one
right. I gotta talk
car.
to you. I gotta talk to you all. You, especially those of you on YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but one of our top videos right now is the Notre Dame live stream. More people are watching that than are watching our new stuff that's coming out. Like 6,000 people watched the Notre Dame or some portion of the Notre Dame live stream last week. Why is that happening? What's going on?
Is that like maybe that was maybe there's like some curriculum, some school curriculum somewhere has got doing that building.
That could be. I don't know. I don't know why it's happening, but stop it. I don't. Yeah, I just found that out. I'm like, that's insane to me.
So okay, so Tori, who asked what that thing was in your left hand, but also Jimmy also asked that question. But Tori said that it popped up in their YouTube feed. They're one of that 6,000.
All right. I mean, I'm glad. Thanks for discovering it and coming back and hanging out. If that's how you found us, that's very cool. But I'm just saying.
Also pointed out that it could also be the people that are currently rebuilding the.
That's true.
They're all 6,000 of them.
Yeah, you guys need any pointers? Just I'll help you out.
They're getting to that video and they're like, "Why would we watch Aaron do stuff? This is."
They're there on site rebuilding the thing, and they're like, "Huh? Hey, get Aaron on the phone, would you? I'm kind of wondering how this is supposed to go together. He did this in only 2 hours."
Nice.
All right. So I drew this as a box. This is, by the way, left hand. This here is what's called a space mouse. It is a tool for navigation. It allows me to smoothly move through the model using this little puck right here as opposed to this mouse. So it does a couple things. One is it frees this mouse up so my main mouse can go around and, toggle user interface or pick a command while I'm moving. The other thing it does, it gives this nice smooth movement through the model that is different from our usual SketchUp view, right? We're used to this in SketchUp.
I feel like there's a missed opportunity that the word butter is not used in the naming for that particular product.
Yeah, this one will be called the Butter Plus. Is this guy right here? This is the Space Mouse Enterprise. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got a little LED screen that shows me shortcuts. One of the downsides of having a 3D mouse or using a 3D mouse is, upside is moving through here. I'm faster designer. This looks better presentation-wise. But one of the downsides is my hand is now off of my keyboard. So with the higher level of 3D mouse, the Butter Plus and the Butter Deluxe, which is what this is. This is the Butter Deluxe.
So
I changed it. I got shortcut keys. Pretty cool.
So I can't say I follow this guy, but there's a recent YouTube video I watched from this guy that he paints all of his tools white because then whenever he does his lighting, everything, it's going to reflect whatever lighting he chooses. So all of his tools, you might be used to the bright orange of a rigid tool or something like that. All those things painted white. And I'm just thinking we need to get in there and paint your butter plus butter colored.
I like that. I think that'd be fun. First paint it green, then we can make whatever color we want in post, right?
That's right.
All right, so I have some radii, which is the plural of radius. The more you know. Anyhow, I just dated myself. I have this. It's called out as exactly 3, radius of 3. So when you see something like this, just grab your arc, draw an arbitrary arc in, then select it afterwards, and use the entity info to set it to 3. There we go. We're good. And here's the thing I'm going to do right now. I'm going to grab this shape, and I'm going to copy it straight down like this. Because you can see here on the top and bottom, there's actually different sizes of these two pieces. I don't know why. but it is 2.5 inches different on this end, or 2.6 different here, 1 here. So I don't know. That's just what it does. So I'm gonna leave this the way it is right now. When I go to 3D, I can grab this and bring it back in. Actually, I could do this now. I could grab this right here, scoot that 2.6, grab this guy right here, move that this way 1, and now that's ready to go in to the opposite side once I go into 3D. Before I go to 3D though, I got to figure this out. I'm gonna do this too. I'm gonna grab this and make it a group so I don't accidentally mess up the geometry. What I'm about to do now could do that. So right here, I have a radius of 30. Over here, I have a radius of 20. So what I'm going to do is just draw a circle straight up. This one's going to be 30. Make that a group. Check that. 60. Perfect. Grab by my top point, and I'm going to bring it right here. Now, this right here, I'm gonna set up both of them. Hold on. Circle, draw up, 20. Make group. Move it right here. Now, as we talked about, that doesn't look right, does it? It says radius.
Lawrence said 3.1, not 1, but I don't know how delayed he was on that. When did you say 3.1?
Oh, the radius? The radius is 3.
Okay.
Oh, and this was moved back 1 right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm just in here trying to figure out exactly what the why they're different lengths like that.
Because designers do stuff. And
art and tools.
Mm-hmm.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
So what I'm going to do here is, so there's an extension out there. I can't remember the name of it. If Dave's still here, he might know it. But there is an extension that allows you to project and find adjacency between curves. I haven't used it. I'm not planning on using it. What I'm going to do instead is take this circle. There we go. And I'm going to grab it by this point, and I'm going to slide it this way. It looks like I'm actually going to hit here till I hit this curve.
Tangent Tools by TIG.
So that tool would let you come up with true adjacency. This is one of the downsides of not having true arcs. But for what we're doing, this will get me to where I gotta be. Pull this one over too.
Oh, Richard said there's another one called True Tangents.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Either one would work. All right, there we go. I got my arc in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and explode that. And then what I'm gonna do is...
Nice. That's like a really fun looking automobile now.
Like that. So I'm going to draw 2 lines like that. And now I can delete that piece. Delete. That one didn't quite hit somewhere. There we go. Delete that. Delete that. Get rid of I'm going to get rid of everything here. Because now what I want to do is just close this all up. Something's not quite. There we go. So this is now my half handle. Now what I can do is, I need my reference back. I can get some depth on this thing. Let's see, overall it is 6. That's like a 5 and a 6 squished together. That's like a 5.5, but it's 6. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, push that up 6. I'm going to take this one. So these drop down 2. So it's a 2 gap, 2 in the middle, 2 here. So I'm going to take this one right here and I'm going to push it up 2. Get rid of that bottom line right there. Get rid of some extra lines. Oops, that was on the arc. Turn off my X-ray. Clean up a little bit of this real quick, so I don't have to clean it up later. Clean model. There we go. And now what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and click here to here. Get rid of all this geometry on top. Take this guy right here. I moved it straight over, so if I'm going to move it straight up right now to the top, and then I'm going to bring it straight back along the green axis, and that should be exactly where it needs to be, which should be 2.5 from here, or 2.6 from here, and then 1 millimeter here. Perfect. Now I can right click, explode that, and push it back down. A little more cleanup.
Look at that.
When things come together, man. It's occurring to me now, I did clean up on the wrong side. I had to clean up on the side that I filled in. But, you know.
Oops.
Yeah, it happens.
Wait, got one more line there.
That's me. Oh, I was owning my oops. Yeah. Sorry, I was busy owning my oops. All right, I'm going to grab that. And there's no reason to keep this as a component or anything at this point. So what I would probably do here is I do something like, let's get rid of this middle face. We don't need that. Let's grab all of this. Oop, actually, hold up. It looks like this face needs to be reversed. Right, there we go. I'll triple click. Sometimes I'd make that a component copied over. This may be one of those things where you look back at it and go, hey, remember when you said that at this point and then everything fell apart? Maybe we're about to do that. But
so
I'm going to try.
So Lawrence asked which cavity is bigger, the top or the bottom? And then just now when you rotate it around, it looks like, I guess I can't tell which one's the top or the bottom, but it looks like they're the opposite of what you did.
I can fix that too. So first I'm going to grab modifier key and make a copy over here. Then I will go grab all of it and use mirror to just flip this thing over. There we go. Now it's on the top. See that?
Well, it's crazy. It's crazy.
How easy stuff
now you just need to weld the ends on and you're done, huh?
So this line in the middle, I could go through with an eraser and flip through this whole thing, or if I just view right down the end like this, I should be able to just grab that line. Oops, I grabbed too much down the end. A little closer. That, and delete it. There we go. 2 pieces is 1 piece.
Seamless. Literally.
Bring my parts back. I turn this off, turn this on. And now this piece needs to go vertically to the center. So I'm just use the end right there. Ooh, baby, they're getting close. One thing I have to do before I can weld it all together is I got to do something about this. That's not going to be an effective tool. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw. I'm trying to figure out how to make this look nice. It doesn't matter because it's going to get cut out. So I'm going to draw a line on the very top up here that just goes around something like this. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to come in context here. I'm going to view, component edit, hide rest of model. I'm going to edit, paste in place, and I'm going to move that vertically down onto the surface. Get rid of my little extra lines here. I can push this through like that. Nice. Now, son of a, so close. Yeah, because that, I'm a little off there. So it looks like it's not a big deal. This is fixable. So it looks like what I got to do.
Have the technology.
I might know what I'm doing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come into context and I'm gonna break this right here. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna move it this direction. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking. Oops, I didn't get the right one, the right line. There we go.
Lawrence is wondering about solid tools.
Yeah. We'll merge it in just 1 second with solid tools. First, I got to get everything where it's supposed to be. So I take this on the right axis till it hits the face, and then we're back to being golden. All right, so everything looks like, see that flicker? That means those two faces did come in almost tangent, or very, very close, or perfectly tangent. It might be perfect. It might. I
The
hope
flicker
that's
means
okay.
it's working.
That's right. So now, if I select this, solid group, solid group, solid group. So what I would do at this point is grab all these fellas right here, come up here to tools, solid tools, and just union them. And with that,
Oh, Ahmad
we're
said
done.
that you could have left it like that and then used that to open bottles.
There's always options. If you want old versions, you got to watch Tyson's stream. He's the one who leaves stuff laying around. I like a Titan model. All right, so that is our spanner wrench crescent monkey all done. Yeah, that's a good one.
You're not going to do
a lot of dimensions and stuff on there.
Not going to do any rounding over anywhere?
So I did actually, I was thinking about this because I did go grab my copy of Bevel. So we're right here, Bevel tool. And with Bevel, it's very easy. What is the Bevel? What is my Bevel here? 1. Okay. So with this, I can come in here and drag this down. I can type 1. Oops, that's the number of sides.
Nice.
That was the wrong.
Randy asked if it was metric or imperial, and I think the answer is yes, right?
Yeah, it is. That's correct. Good call. Let me do this whole thing at once. Bevel is an amazing extension from MindSight Studios. Super cool, easy. I used to use, still do. I don't have it installed on this computer. Fredo Corner, which was great. Bevel's a newer one. Works really cool because I can just click here. I just. No, I'm not beveling anything. That's the answer to your question. Thank you very much. Good night. Let's try that again. Let's get these.
Had a good run, kid.
I'm gonna go ahead and weld them. I want to make sure I have time for the pan. I'm realizing we're an hour in because.
Oh, geez. Yeah, pick up the pace. What the heck?
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna grab those. I'm gonna weld that also. I'm gonna grab that and this, and then I'm gonna go hit the command rather than just clicking stuff randomly. I'm gonna say bevel tool, and what we can type in here is I can type the dimension / number of segments. So I'm gonna start pulling it in like this, and then we'll say it is 1, 3 segments, enter. 3, 1. Okay. And there we go. And I could do that. Well, I'm not going to do it to everything, but let's do it to this end too. Oops. So yeah, there we go. Looking good. It's a fun tool. It's a cool way to put rounded corners on your stuff. All right.
Make it not hurt your hands to use it.
That's right. Okay, so that is 1. Let's get the other one in here. I'm gonna go ahead and import, and this one is on my desktop. It is also called number 4. Why is it named number 4? I don't know. I just don't know.
Why not?
It's because it is. All right, here's a nice big dimension, 173. So I'm gonna just go draw a line like this. Again, group those together. Enter said group, dimension. 73. Yes. All right. Even bigger. Good deal. Right, let's get that up here.
Yeah, you don't want a skillet that small.
Yeah. Okie doke. Let's look at what I've said I'm going to do here. All right. I want to think. I want to think. There's two things, right? We got the pan and the handle. So let's start simple here. I feel like the main part of the pan is going to be this profile spun in a circle. Then we have these two little spouty dealies. That's an official skilletier term.
It's for pouring out your bacon grease into your coffee can.
Exactly. And then the handle separate. So I'm going to start with this right here. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to draw half of this. So let's see, let's pick a point. Pick a point right here. And then we're going to go, what are these two dimensions? Why do I have 210 and 208? That's rude. Oh, maybe that's underneath. Okay, so I'm going to go big. I'm going to go to the 210, half of which is 105. Just killing it with these dimensions here. And this is 48 tall. And then that's going to come back. So that's my initial rectangle profile. I want to just create the profile that I can swing around a circle. Turn that on right there. Let's see what other stuff we got. Look at all this. Come on, man. Killing me.
You got a lot going on. Got a lot of little bits.
I believe that is what this is right here. So this 2 meters in is where the bottom of this lip is. So I'm gonna come in 2. Drop that line down like that. I'm gonna come down 6. Come down 6. Draw that across. That looks like that. And then that comes in some dimension and we're good to go. This whole thing is 4, so that's a good thing to know. But this has to come across something, right? Right here.
Right. I think it's emphasizing that is just basically
a lip.
1. Yeah.
Oh, here, maybe this is it. This says the bottom is 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what if this is it? This is up 4. And then I wonder if this is also 4, and then this is 3.72. We're going to assume that's what's happening here. So I'm going to draw a line perpendicular to this, 4. And then I'm going to draw a line at, here, we're just going to grab this. And I'm going to, no, I can't. I have to draw it like this. And I can take that edge right there, rotate it down. What would that be? Hold on. What's my angle for that? Give me an angle. Give me a number. Give me a something.
Something up. No?
What's that?
Said you could make something up.
That's true. Because it's got 50 degrees here. I have no idea what that's measuring, but I got it. 50 degrees from some other angle to this
that
angle.
50 degrees is what the bottom edge of that lip is.
Ah, that's useless. Cool.
At least you know it.
That's right.
Instead of having not enough dimensions, you've got too many.
Yeah. I got a bunch of dimensions I don't need, which is kind of cool. That's fun. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say that this is, I feel pretty good that I don't have this dimension. So I'm going to say, I'm going to call it 68 degrees. 40 from center. You're saying if I come 40 from center. I don't even see 40 on here. Steven, are you messing with me?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my big copy of this image because I don't see half of these things.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep moving. So then if I take this and offset this, 3.50 degrees from center. I don't know if that's true. Here, let's check it out. See, if I go like this and I rotate this, whoops, and I rotate this 50 degrees, that's like here. Half of 170 from the bottom. I take this.
Well, now I'm just confused. I don't even know what we're looking at right now.
I don't know, numbers are just flying out. I'm trying to figure out where they're coming from. So it's close to 115 or something from the bottom. I don't know. I got a thing. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to take this number and I'm going to move it over this way. I'm going to offset it 3.72. And then I take that up. I take that down.
So maybe you're calculating the angle based on the different diameters that are all seen in the top view.
Maybe. It's definitely
Like you draw your top circle, draw your bottom circle.
Yeah, that could be. So if I come right here, I draw an arc from here to here, take that arc and I make it 0.5, and then I come here, draw another arc from here to here, grab that, make that 0.5, then I can grab both of these and move that to the point where it connects to that previous point. So that would be a 0.5, and oh, dang it, it's broken here.
Fix it.
What? Don't argue with me. Shift, drag that. All right, there we go. So maybe that was it. Oh.
So apparently the opening match of the Rugby World Cup is starting. So you may be losing at least Keggy's attention.
Well, thanks for swinging by. That's okay. I don't really know what I'm doing anymore, so you can head out. All right. All right, we're going to say that was what I'm shooting for. Now, I want to put a couple of, see right here. I'm out of my depth. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh, 16 on the inside, 18 on the outside. There, that makes sense. Okay. Again, same thing I did before. I'm just going to draw an arbitrary arc, tangent, so it turns purple. Then I can select it, tell that that's supposed to be 16. And then we'll do another one on the outside. Make sure we wait till it gets tangent. There we go. Grab that. Make that 18. And we have the preliminary. It says I also have a 0.5 here, which I don't see, but I'm going to put it in because I'm following the drawings because I'm a follower. That's how I roll. That's not true. I'm not a very good follower. All right, there we go. That right there is the initial profile of the pan. So I'm going to grab it,
Nice.
make it a group. Now I'm going to grab a circle. Put that circle right here. I'm going to kind of pull it down a little ways away. Actually, I'm going to grab a circle, and I want this to be fairly smooth. So this might bite me a little bit, but I'm going to do 96 sides. Twice what 48 is. We'll see.
It's still visible by all those numbers, though.
That's right. That's exactly where we're going. So I'll grab this path. I'm going to hit follow me, right click, edit group, then pick that face. And there we go. That's my initial skillet. It's looking pretty good so far. All right.
Knock on wood.
Now, here's the part where it all might come crashing down. I have no I think the handles can be easy. We'll model the handle, stick it in the side. These little grease spouts got me stressed. Because one, there's not a whole lot of information about them. It just says R10. Two, I got to get this lip to follow the geometry around. So between those two things, I want to try to make something that I can join in with solid tools, but I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it at all. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing the easy part right now.
Oh, totally.
With the
100%.
the main skillet.
Mm-hmm. That was easy.
Luckily, you still have 51 minutes.
Oh, thanks.
So
yeah, no problem. I'm going to draw a line straight up the middle like that. And then I'm going to grab that, make a copy. I realize this is not a component, and that's fine. I just want to make sure I maintain a copy. And take this one, bring it up here to work on. Now, okay. According to this, these guys right here are on the opposite sides of each other. And that's the information we have. So I got an R10. Looks like the inside is 10 degrees.
That's why I read that.
I'm trying to find other things that are useful here. That's literally the only dimension I see for this. You guys see anything else? Because I literally see nothing other than R10. So what I'm thinking is that gives me a little bit of information. Let's see if it's enough. So here, I'll draw this to here. So as that comes up, so this is, straight up from where it intersects. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw a circle. We're going to drop down to 24 sides because this is pretty small. And I'm going to draw 10. I'm going to make it a group. And I'm going to stick it right here.
Peter said R10 inside, R14 outside.
Cool. So here's what I think I'm going to do. This might be stupid. Who can tell, really? I'm going to draw another. This will be 7. No, 14. So there's my 2. I'm going to draw another circle right here. I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to say, follow me. This. Grab it again. Follow over here for some. Reverse this. Now I'll grab this. Follow me. This. So now I have a sphere inside a sphere. Wait a minute. Where'd my first sphere go?
It's inside.
It went away when I did that.
Oh man, you said sphere inside a sphere.
I know, that's what's supposed to happen. Oh, because it's okay. Yeah, I understand now. Make that into a group. The problem was because this face went all the way through my previous one, when it made new solid, it threw all that dumb geometry out. So let's try that again. Grab this guy. Actually, what I could do here, this is even easier. Delete that. Bunch of undos. We'll just grab this. We're just gonna do a follow me with a donut. Donut.
Perfect.
So now if I look at
man,
X, I should see, yes, surface inside surface. We're good. I don't need that anymore.
I'd take a donut.
I know. That sounds great. All right. Now what I'm going to do, let's start by looking at the geometry. Let's toggle hidden geometry. This will work. I'm going to grab that half of all the geometry. Like that. And I'm going to draw a line right here. Line right here should give me my faces back. Some excessive softening going on right now, so I'm going to select it all. You can use the soften and smooth dialog to unsoften as well as soften, so I'm going to do that. All right, that gives me the spout. Now it's just a question of figuring out where it's supposed to go. So I think, let's see, if I drag this straight out till it hits, where's that dimension I saw for this spout? Oh, right here. It was 10 from there. So it's 10 from where it hits the side. So that means, I'm going to drag it back this way a little bit more. 10 is right at the middle, so that means if I grab this point right here, drag it back till it hits this edge, then that's dimensioning straight down to the middle at that intersection point and coming out. So I think that is lining up right there. And the 10 comes out like that. Maybe. I mean, this looks like a good looking spout, right?
Yeah, I mean it looks like it's matching the top view when you look from the top down.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that right there. I'm gonna make a copy, flip it over here. All right, so this right here, I need to turn off my extra geometry because there's too much things happening right now. So this right here, I also gotta get rid of this line. This is a perfect example of where we would I would probably use intersect with model rather than try to use solid tools. Because solid tools is going to do a good job of like completely carving one piece out of another piece, which actually no, it still wouldn't work. I'd still have to do intersect. What I would do, here's how I would go about this. I would take this face right here, intersect face with model. That's going to break it in two pieces, the inside and the outside, and just delete the inside. And actually, I'm going to have to delete more than that because that created another face on the inside there. I'll delete that too. This inside cup, same thing. I'll grab that, right click, intersect face with model. And then again, I'll grab this inside piece right here, delete it. I'll do the same thing, this top ring, right click, intersect face with model. All right, that didn't give me a good, but I should be able to just trace this.
Maybe you shouldn't have rounded over all the edges first.
Yeah, that was stupid. Who said to do that? Stupid round edges. Right. Yeah.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Yep. So is looking at things in the back and being able to see what you should have done. Okay. So that gives me that. So I'm almost there. Over here, I'm going to go into the same thing. I'm going to right click this surface. Ooh, actually, I'm going to delete this. That will all make sense in a moment. Roll with me. Trust me. I'm going to select this. The problem is because I rounded all this is all one big thing and I don't want to intersect anything over here right now. So I'm going to grab this, intersect face with model.
Oh, I just saw this Dave comment. It said the spout radius is 95 from the center of the pan.
We've moved on, Dave. Yeah, I buy that. View, I'm going to hide rest of the model real quick. Now I can get rid of some of this stuff. Delete, 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 delete. I genuinely appreciate that, Dave. I just can't do anything about it. The train's left the station.
All right. I take fault for that. I should have read faster. I guess.
I created some really small faces with this little rounding over shenanigans I pulled. So that gets me that. The problem I'm having right now is that I don't have these lines intersecting. So this might happen sometimes. When I come in here and I select this face and I right click and say intersect face with model, I'm not getting a whole lot of intersection. The reason being these faces don't cross over anymore. They're lines on the edge. But what I can get is because I know they're all coplanar, I can also get rid of all of these because these should actually be hidden. Clean this up while I'm here. Clean up as I go. Clean up my messes. There's a few of them. All right. What I can do is I can actually grab these edges and just copy them into the rest of my model. Grab that. Grab those. Grab that. So I don't have to always intersect. If I just have the edges I need, I can probably just grab those. Check that everything. Hit Command C. Come into context here. Edit, paste in place. See if that breaks that nicely. Ooh, very nicely. Okay, cool. But what I need to do now is break that. I didn't do the last one right.
A little stitching here, a little erasing there.
Give me this line. Ugh, I accidentally drew underneath, so it's not going away. Why are you arguing with me?
We need an extension that is
There we
unchamfer
go.
or unroundover or whatever.
Yep.
A resquareinator.
Actually, get rid of that too. We don't even need that. And there's probably was a way to do that, but we're brute force a clock right now, so make this thing work. There we go. Oh, I deleted too much. Undo. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring my faces back. There we go. Now, there we go. A little bit of cleanup to happen now, but that's pretty good. What I want to do is, in the spirit of honoring all the people who correctly said throughout my life, you should be using components and only modeling half of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do
Everybody,
this.
every time I meet, that's like all they say. Components.
Oh, we'll do that. Intersecting, intersecting, intersecting. Delete half that pan, grab the further half, fling it around. So right now, the only thing I really regret, that rounding over wasn't too bad, but what I should have done was when I rounded that over, it's such a small 0.5 mm round over. I should have made that like a one or like a uh, two line arc. That's all I really needed there.
Mm.
So I regret losing.
Lawrence is a good point. Now would be a really good time to save.
Boom, did it. Good call, Lawrence.
Don't want to lose any of that
New.
work.
All right, so now I think I can explode this stuff. Get rid of a lot of this extra geometry. Making sure it all heals properly. Oh, looks awesome. Okay, and grab all that and then cheat this a little bit and just soften it to get rid of those extra lines. Of course, I did just create a bunch of lines that are floating in the middle of nowhere, so I do have to manually go clean those up. But we got a spout,
Those again.
folks.
All right. It'll be smooth sailing from here.
That's right. What could possibly go wrong? All right, there we go. Yes, we have half a skillet. Grab that.
So are you going to save, once you figure out how to do this, are you going to save it as a skill builder?
Ooh. Yes. Skillet builder. Now for a new series on YouTube. There we go. Awesome. Unlike last time, I don't want to delete these because it is on the edges, so I'm going to, I'll just grab it all and let's re-soften that. Ooh, it didn't work. Huh. I didn't do it right.
Oh.
Why do I try to be fancy?
I don't know.
Let's try that again. Let's keep it simple.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah, I guess.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
That's what I've heard. All right, there we go. That is half a skillet if ever I seen a half a skillet before. Okay, what's going on here? Is that on the other side too? No, it's just on this side. That's fun. All right, let's view our hidden geometry. Something's not. You know, I don't care. I don't care enough to deal with that, so I'm just gonna delete it. Oh. All right, we're good. All right.
Why is it acting up?
I don't know. It's just being rude. All right, let's re-soften this. Get rid of that. All right, that chunk of our thing is going. It left me a line right here. I'm leaving that because I know that's right in the middle. That's gonna make it easier to line my handle up, which we're gonna draw right now. And I feel like there's a lot of information here that I don't have, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so from the center, I'm coming back this way. I'm just going to draw this on the side because we're going to cover up too much lines. So from the center, I'm coming over 173. And then that, I have a circle of 1.5. Come here, circle with a radius of 1.5. From there, I'm going over another 30 to a circle with a radius of 4.5. So line this way. 30, circle, 4.5. And then, again, this is a spot where I'm going to kind of fake my tangents, but
It's not the first time I've heard that today.
And won't be the last. Actually, that might be the last. I might not do that again. All right, then get rid of this. So that's the center of my handle. Then my handle is 15.
Oh. Peter said it looks like you have a handle on this drawing.
Yep, you can head
That
out.
sounds, yeah, that's unfortunately, it's also early enough that you may well not have a handle on this drawing.
Oh.
All
right. Then I'm going to grab. Actually, that's going to give me the bulk of the handle there. These edges are going to keep going. I should be drawing half of this. I should be drawing half of this.
Or 1/12.
I should be drawing a fraction of this. Some smaller amount than I am. It's always fun the way they just like, let's put this dimension here, and we'll throw this one over here, and this one, we'll write in a different language. So
I think that the intent is that you're supposed to learn early in your career to not trust the guys drawing these things because they're artists or something.
So this is cynicism, is what I'm hearing. Oh, right here, look. Here it is. Look, this is radius measurement.
Yeah, choose your own adventure. It's going to be different based on the size of your skillet, maybe, probably.
That's crap. But oops, I deleted too much.
Keggy said you need the center. Keggy's paying attention.
Thank you, Keggy. I need that point.
Yeah.
All right, let's make that a group. Oh boy.
The guy is only half watching you is paying better attention.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, so this is the center point. Let's drop this down.
I imagine the beginning of a rugby match is not that exciting.
That's when they're scrumming and stuff, right? What's that? What is that?
Like software engineers?
Same thing. So what I want to do with these dimensions is say that this radius, this undescribed radius here. Oh, okay. Oh, son of a gun. I do know what they're doing. Okay. So what we're doing is we're coming over 133 from the center. That's that. And then half of 92. So if I go to the middle here, and half of 92 is 45, 46. That's that point right there. That to here is our actual radius. 37.988. So if I draw an arc from this point right here, boom, there it is.
Looks like it might work.
Can you turn off comments so nobody can tell me that was incorrect?
Nobody has said that.
Is that the lag? Is that the delay that is preventing people from telling me I'm wrong?
Maybe, or maybe it's because they're not. Everybody's now asking Keggy where they can watch the rugby match.
That makes sense. All right, let's grab that geometry. Oops. Oh, dang. We're dangerous. I did not group my pan. What is my problem? You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna cut that. Come in context. Edit. Paste in place. Okay. Let's stop being silly. Let's make this a group right now. Ooh, I sweated a little bit right just then.
It's getting a little stressed out.
Whew. Okay, good. We're good. All right, so I can come in here and get rid of this. We'll need to clean that up a little bit. All right, so I think come in here, edit. View. Unhide rest of model. I'm gonna have to change this to something like this. Okay. Cool. There we go. That handle has a depth. That depth is 10.
Yeah, let's wait for the roundovers to the very end,
Yeah.
just in case that matters again.
And for some reason, because look at this. Not quite sure how this ends up in here. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like we got we got that this, and now it doesn't
How to?
quite disappear into this.
What is that part? That's a little quick release, so you can remove the handle.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what to do. If I take these two pieces and move them horizontally, what do I not? Oh, I just want these two pieces. There we go. There. Fixed it. There's also something down here. I don't know what this is or why some monster wants to put this extra little polyp down here, but there's a thing here that I don't feel like I have enough information other than there's that. But
Yeah, that doesn't feel like.
necessary.
Yeah, feels like there's maybe a little fudging spot there.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip it because it's already 1:30. I want to round some stuff over. I want to check this. I want to see why. Oh, I don't think I have Solid Inspector installed. Wow, where do I live?
That's embarrassing.
For real? Why? Ooh, what am I gonna do? Just got a little panicky. Just started sweating. Maybe these extra lines are preventing it from being solid. Let's see. Almost, but not quite. Let's take a peek inside. Everything looks good over there. Let's check over here. Well, there's a spot I could think of to be right down here. Let's go below the surface. No, it looks good. Well, that's going to prevent me from using. All right, let's just go do it. Let's go grab it.
See what happens.
I feel pretty good about this particular extension because I've been using it for years, testing it, all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and grab it. Let's install it. Let's test it. Internal faces. Done.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some faces happening inside of all that's come before us.
Yeah. Nah, would not be a terrible. Oh, and that's already solid. Sweet. So let's round some stuff. Excuse me. So it looks like I got pretty consistent around the inside. Let's come back here. So I got a 3 on all the outside edges. So I'm gonna come in here. I'm going to grab these edges. And this is a little more time consuming, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab them and I'm going to weld them. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Grab these edges. And this is a couple reasons, right? This is probably the way it should be anyhow. This should be all one nice smooth edge. But at the same time, it makes it real easy to come and select and reselect. And then I'm going to bevel tool, and I want this to be 3 meters, comma 3. There's my nice. I got some ugliness. Some problems.
Ooh, that's extra grippies.
Yep, no slip grip. This is something. This kind of geometry just creates weird stuff sometimes, I guess. I think it's going to be as easy as coming in here and maybe just stitching. Let's look at it without hidden geometry and see what's going on. It's weird. I don't know. Oh, it's running through. That's weird. Okay. But hey, we can fix this up quick enough. This is why. So a lot of times, we get that question. Isn't there an extension for that? A lot of times, yeah. Whatever that thing you're asking about, there probably is an extension for that. But
trick is often figuring out how to find that extension. What do you call this thing you need it for?
That's right. That is one thing for sure. But I also, in addition to that, I 100% agree. But I also want to advocate for learning to do it without the extension, because sooner or later, there's probably a thing where you're going to have to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. It's always a good rite of passage to know the hard way. That way you appreciate the easy way more. And maybe you'll even be able to use the easy way more effectively.
That's right.
Maybe.
All right, so down
here. Peter said the thicker portion near the handle begins at 111 millimeters from center of pan with a pair of opposing R1 arcs outward of that dimension.
I got that. What I don't know is what does it actually look like? I see that it comes out here, and if you cut through the section, you can see it. But I'm like, is it just a fin that pops through? I don't really understand.
So if it was a fin, then from the top view, then you'd see it as a fin, as opposed to, I think it's the thickness.
But it's under here. This is it. This is a little. See that?
Yeah.
You think it goes the whole width? Because from the
I'm inclined to think so.
side view, I don't really see it. I'm coming back to it. First, I'm gonna do this. So right here, the inside taper is a 90-degree turn. So it's actually a 45. It's half of 90. 45 degrees out. It comes down to 2 in the middle from 10. So that means it drops down 4, 4 on either side. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to come in here. I'm going to grab all of this. Again, weld it. And I'm going to offset it 4. And then I'm going to push this down. No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm going to grab this and move it down. Oh, that's so ugly. I don't like that.
It doesn't look quite right. No. Doesn't look round enough.
So what's happening? You know, there's an extension. I'm not going to go get it right now. But there is an extension called
skillet handle.
So we get on that. Write that. No, there's an extension called Make Donut from TIG. And what that extension did was took this geometry, basically what I got going on right here, it took this geometry and it automatically breaks this into these nice, easy to partition pieces. Which means that autofold weirdness that I just had doesn't happen. I don't have it installed. It's at Sketchucation, which I'm not logged into. So I can't just go grab it real quick.
Let me just warn you about going over to Google and just typing in "make donut" because then you just
Donut.
get a bunch of picture of donuts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be counterproductive. Um, so basically, what it does what I'm doing right here is it puts these lines in automatically because for whatever reason, something about my inner and outer bevel here, something didn't quite line up. I don't know why, but something was just off. So anyhow, this is what I want. These are the spots that I want. I'm basically forcing my thing here to break like that.
So it's bundled in TIG split tools.
Yes, it is. That's right. The problem with doing this is that weld I just did is all broken. So now I have to come around here and re-grab all this. Fortunately, I can do this once and then just flip it over to the other side. Right here is where TomTom's quad face tools would come into play because I could grab it and then say, just select that ring, and it would go around and grab all these pieces that are connected in a line right here. Again, mostly native tools here, but yeah, anyhow. All right, so from there, I can take that, I can move that vertically. 4. Now I can come in, re-soften that, and now I got this face. Oops, now we'll go view, get rid of hidden geometry, grab that. And I want to use mirror, but I don't have a good line to mirror across. We can turn, now that we have it selected, we'll go turn hidden geometry back on. There we go. And now we're going to mirror a copy of that to, this is the middle, one of these points would be the middle. I'll give you another piece under here. Now let's just cause that to intersect. Get rid of that. Turn my hidden geometry off. I usually have hidden geometry as a toggle or as a shortcut key on my mouse, so I can flip it on and off real quick. But that gives me that's that distinct hard-sided hole. It's it's beveled rather or hard edged rather than, I don't know. That's that.
That's that.
All right.
Okay. Now I just feel like you kind of wing it for that bottom piece.
Yeah, let's wing it. So this is a piece. Well, yeah, I'll just do this separately. Come here, fellas. There you two. Slide over here. All right. So from the middle, it comes out 111, and then has a radius of 1.
All right.
And then something happens at 7. So
a miracle occurs.
Yeah, I don't really. A radius of 1 is almost nothing. So, all right, let's find the center here. Since I have been doing such a good job of constantly deleting the center, and come up to this. Go. I'll come this way. 1, 1, 1. All right. I don't even know what to do. A radius of 1, so that means here I'm going to have a radius of 1, so I'm going to draw a circle on here, draw it along the red axis. One.
Did you save? You should save.
I've done it once or twice. Good call.
Can't hurt to do it again.
So I'm trying to decide if now that
So I guess if you look at the top right picture, it's the bottom view of the skillet. You can see how it fans out there. You can see it's not a little fin.
Right. Some
It's
sort of
bigger than
stabilization.
it. Yeah, it looks bigger than it does over there when you're in the side views.
So what I'm thinking. All right, buckle up. I'm gonna make some stuff up right now.
Precise modeling at its finest.
That's right. When all else fails, make stuff up. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a thing like this. Rid of all this. Make this a face. I would be reaching out to my instructor at this point to go, what is this? And I'm going to go view. I'm going to turn my hidden geometry back on. I'm going to take this face right here. Let's see how. I'll just copy the whole face. The context.
Well, I thought if I went to steadycadcam.com, which is across the bottom of the image you've got, that maybe I'd be able to get some secrets there. But that website's all Korean.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I don't speak or read Korean. So maybe this is
All right, so here's what I think.
If you spoke Korean, it would make sense.
Sure, makes sense. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to follow me. My little profile I did right here. Let's grab both these guys and hide them temporarily. All right, yes. This is going to be, this will be a thing. This will be a thing that is. Get rid of this extra geometry. I'm not commenting because I don't know what I'm doing. So
You're just muttering.
Fill in your own commentary.
So Peter said the dimension of 7mm would appear to indicate the indentation or the finger on the underside of the handle. It's got a little finger grip. I didn't. But maybe that's maybe that's what that is. It's a little something.
Well, I made this thing, so see how this plays into it. Dope. Just trying to get rid of these extra edges, and then what I'll do is I'll go view, turn hidden geometry off. That makes it a lot easier to delete stuff because you're not going to accidentally click on the things that you want to keep. Go like this, like this. So I'm wondering if this is something along these lines. Little embellishment, little edit, unhide all, bring it all back, bring it all back. I have no idea what that was supposed to happen or not, but that's the thing I did.
Looked intentional.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to come in here, edit, paste in place, boom. View, component edit, hide rest of model. Oh, this is horribly ugly in here. This is a mess. This is never going to work with. Oh boy, I just made it even worse. Stop clicking. Stop clicking. I'm still clicking.
I'm just going to rewind the video back a little bit here
To see exactly when I got it all wrong. Is that
just undo it because I don't want to. It's basically like an undo button for videos.
I see. That makes sense. No, you didn't. Oh man. I don't know what's going on. Some geometry got wacky here. I'm going back to this, and here's what I'm going to do. Not because I can't figure it out, but because I'm running out of time. So close. We are so close with this.
Funny that you were pretty much done with the skillet itself, and then the stupid spouts for pouring ate up half an hour.
Yeah.
This handle. Huh. It's a good thing we didn't try and do this last time.
Yeah.
We probably would have gone over.
Yeah. Last time was, we just barely made it across the finish line last time with 2 of the 5 I said I was going to do. Yeah, all right. So here's how I'm going to fix this. Watch this. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to hit Shift Erase. Just going to get rid of all these edges. Nice. Let's just squint just right. We are golden.
Yeah. Whenever if I'm going to switch to a different tab here, I can't even see anything. Like, it looks perfect.
Right. Boom. Look at that. Nice. In the thumbnail, this is just going to look beautiful. Look at that. It's really what it's all about. It's marketing.
It does look really good, though.
It did turn out pretty nice. All right, so we'll grab that. We'll grab this guy over here. I'll go behind the scenes here. Watch this. We're going to go get our thumbnail ready. Shadow settings. Give me some shadow. Oh, yeah. You're on the wrong side now, buddy. Got to turn it. It's a little too straight together. Nice. Awesome.
We made it. One way or another.
I made it. I made it.
That's true. You made this.
We're there. We're not doing anything else. Don't touch anything. I should say, one more save.
One more save. Final save. It looks good. You need to paint the skillet black.
Yeah, probably so.
But you can do that in post.
That's right. So we did it. We made those things. Yeah, got a little squirrely at the end there. And honestly, I mean, nothing we did another half an hour of modeling couldn't clean up. I really don't understand what that little finger dealie underneath. I probably should just abandon that right as soon as I knew I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird. That's not on you. That's somebody else's fault.
I blame skillets in general. Just yeah. Peter called out it looks so simple in the drawing, and it's funny because you look at a drawing, you're like, yeah, look at all the numbers on there. It's got to have it all, and that's where it all comes crashing down.
And that's where they get you.
That's where they get you, right there. But yeah, that was fun though. That was some cool stuff. I like the little lip doing that in there, and yeah, this was a cool model, cool couple of models. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something, had some nice chats in the chat. I wasn't able to pay much attention today. I was busy.
Lots of chatter. There was a decent amount. That's good chat.
That's awesome. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys learned something. Hope you had some fun. Swing back by next week. Same sketchy time, same sketchy channel. Nope, still doesn't work. But yeah, see what Tyson. I think Tyson's up. Tyson's up next week?
Tyson. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be doing something. It's going to be awesome. I don't know what it is yet. We'll find out next week. But
see you guys.
See you guys next time. Thanks.